First read it, present that registry.
Your man BJ, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Your man BJ, Banya Howard, Banya Shala. Y'all Bashim Y'all Shah Barakatah.
Naya Shala.
Biden, which means stand. Banya Kudam, turn to face the east. So for where we are, it's directly behind us. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, you can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayat, Simkat, Yahweh, Malakukah, Taba'ah, Ratzaka, Hayat, Aisha, Barakazah, Kawah, Hayat, Hashemayim, Nathanaw, Lachal, Kal, Yavam, Wasalakanaw, Kawatnaw, Kasalak now, Kawati now, Wala, Tabiya now, Sawan, Abal, Abshah now, Layan, right, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, La'al, La'atapara, La'ulamu, Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray for the Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahaba Shemi Hawashah, Babakashah, Nathanaw, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, at the heart, Hamata Zarayim, Hakak, Lahakwi, Hamathi, Hakak, Arakwa, Hatama'al, Lagar Shah, Bashim Yawashah, in English, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, cast them out, in the name Yahweh. Thank you so big. For the blessed Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Barakanaw, Barak, Yashala, Wabayak, Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ak, Magun, Hagun, the house of Sawak, all of Israel. Ba'ashem Yahushua, in English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel. And the school. In the name of Slaki. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you so big. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha. Ayanya. Ahahari. Mayan. Yaba'ak. Azari. Mahan. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Barakazan. Alitan. Lamawak. Regalka. Yanawam. Shamaka. Hanak. La'ak. Yanawam. Wala'ak. Yayasha. Shalomar, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamaka, Yahweh, Razalka, Ayad, Yamika, Yawamam, Ashmat, La'ak, Kaka, Wairak, Walayilak, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Nakar Rak, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawaka, Ma'ita, Wa'ad, Aulam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Adam Yalaka, Alta Harash, Walta Squat, Kayahuna, Al Yabika, Yaham Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Sha'awa Al Imuka, Yaryam, Sawa, Waya, Tayai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanaka Kinam, Magawi, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Awa, Kaya, Nawa Atazawa, La, Yakadwa, Ayika, Arya, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Arawam, Wayashama Alayam, Bawaba, Bagari, Gabal, Amwan, Wamalak, Alisha, Amishabi, Tazawar, Yamasawar, Nalawak, Imam, Haywak, Zarwai, Abani Lawak, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamari, Kasiyah Sarah, Kayabin, Malakho, Kuyashwan, Kashmaru, Bayanda Ar, Haywak, Daman, Ladam, Shatom, Nadaya Muwak, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakazalmanai, Wakazalmanai, Tazalmanai, Tazalmanai, Call Nasayakamo, Ashar, Amaru, Naya Rashad, Lanawak, Nawak, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shakamo, Gagala, Quash, Apanya Raukat, Ka'ash, Taba'ari, The Ira. Kalahaba. The Ira. Kalaha. Ayam. Dardab. Basa Africa. Basa Bapafka. Tabalaham. Mala'a. Hanyaham. Kwalawan. Yabukwashu. Shamka. Yaharu. Yabashwa. Yabaharu. Adi Yachaparu. Yabaru. Yadairu. Kayatha. Shamka. Yaharu. In English, keep not thy silence, O God. Keep thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God. And be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. Thy enemies are trouble. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come. And let us cut them off from being a nation. And let them come off from being a nation. That the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. That the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. And the Hagarenes. The Baal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do it to them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. The brook of Kishon. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make the nobles like Oreb. And like Zahab. Yeah. All the princes as Zabah. And as Amun. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. On my power. Make them like the wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill the faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh. Let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame and perish. And let me know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth. Pray for the power structure in Hebrew, Barakateh Yahweh Yahushua. Wama Ta'ala, Wa'alahayim, Latazab Ya'ah, Alawak Yahanu, Alawak Asarayim, Fatazayanyam, Akhayayoyim, Wahafatim, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Waraman. In English, bless you Yahweh. Bless you Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Yahushua. Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The general. The captain. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. And then Yahushua. Thank you so big. Thank you so big. Start to the front. All right, you're shopping. It means be seated. All right, shalom, Yabashim Yashabakatam to the brothers, Yahushamar Latam Bashim Yashai to the sisters. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commander General Yana. We are not affiliated with any other organization. Israel, pay your tithes and get ready for the Lord's 56th annual Passover, April 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. It is absolutely right around the corner. You want to make sure you got your travel arrangements, your lodging arrangements, a little bit extra cash saved up so that when you come back too, you're not you're not as hurt as bad if you had to take off of work, and that you can enjoy the nightlife and contribute to the other vendors that are going to be there. You know, Captain Zariak is going to have Carl Gas present. But I don't know if Yara Mox got his clothing line up there, but I believe Yatazar, I believe he's going to have his pendants, some of the jackets. Quam's Health and Wellness, he's going to have the beard butters, the soaps, other garments. Captain Yagarwap, he's always going to have the headpieces and the headbands available. So you want to make sure that you got a couple extra dollars on you so that you can spend it wisely.
That's right.
As we became Milwaukee, have a little mercy on us with the camera angle. We are establishing a new school. It is started coming together real good, but we still got to get the camera angle set up right with the wires and whatnot. So right now we're just streaming off the phone. So for everybody that's joining us, shalom. Again, shout out to Priest Austin 5000 Madabar, his amazing family, his sister Nizama now. Shalom. And we will get right into it. We are in Exodus chapter 12, starting at verse 6. So whenever you're ready, young man, let them know where you're at and get it started. Exodus 12 and 6.
12 and 6. Hmm. 12 and 6. Wow. So bad.
Book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 6, in the Hebrew. Nah. Nah. Yeah.
Are you saying the la?
I said nah.
It's not a na.
Wah.
There you go.
Waha. Yeah. Wa Yahweh.
No.
Wait. Wa. Wa. Yeah.
Close. You got all the characters identified. Wahaya.
Waha. Yeah. La. Ka. La ka.
This is your father's name.
Oh. La ka.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's just spelled a little bit different, but yeah.
La. La ma. La ma sha. La ma sha ma. La ma sha ma. Ra. Da.
Couldn't hear you.
La ma sha ma ra fa.
Again, you got all the characters identified. La Slakia. Mashamarath. La Mashamarath.
La ma sha ma ra. Come. I the
I'd. Just
I
I'd. Yep.
the yeah I the yeah
I think you skipped something. Yeah, you skipped something.
Speak up louder too.
That'd be on the line. Yep.
over here, sir?
Yep. You see where I'd is? Where your finger just was? I'd. The word that you just said. You see that? Yep.
I ra 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 I
So again, you identified all the characters. Our Bible.
our Bible. I said the
And what?
I said the
You saying the? No.
wait that's not ra.
There
I
you
said
go. That's Aisha.
I saw yeah one more
I won.
I won la the the
It's not a the.
Kha.
Yep.
La Kha. Da. Sha.
Let's smooth that out. La khadash.
La Khadash.
Speak up.
La Khadash. Ha. Za.
Yep. Now with that other ha at the end of it, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, that ha, the vowel sound at the end is going to drop off, and you're just left with the consonantal value, which for ha, that character, it's not much. So it just, the whole thing almost, it's like a silent, character in there. So haza, haza.
Za. Wa. Washa. Washa. Kha. Ta. Wa. Washa. Kha. Tawa.
Washa khatwa.
Washa Khatwa.
Very close.
A. Afwa.
Say that again.
Afwa.
Yep, athwa.
Kala.
Call.
Kal. Kwa. Kwahala. Kwa.
Quahal.
Kwahal.
Call quahal.
I. Ida. I'd. The. Yeah. Sha.
It's not a thought. Sure, it's not a sure. Or did you? So there's gonna be two separate words. That little dash in the middle, that's just a hyphen. So that's not a character. So what's the first part?
Sorry, I'm right here.
Yeah, same word that I'm on. What's that first part?
I'd, the,
Adath.
I'dath.
And now move on to the next word. Just you gotta skip that little hyphen in the middle.
So that's what Ya Sha Ra Al
Now that's
Oh,
the
wow.
Hebrew name for our nation. How do we say it in Hebrew? How do we say it in English?
Israel.
How do we say it in Hebrew?
I'm not sure. So
Yasha'Allah.
Yasha Allah. Ka Ya Za
No, you skipped the part again, I think. Point out where you are. Alright, yeah. That's where we are. There's no za. No za.
Flock. Ka Ba Ya Ka
There's no cuz there.
Ba Ya Na.
The first word, yeah, bayan.
Ba Ya.
Bayan.
That's what I was about to say. So
Say that again?
that's what I was about to say. So
Yeah.
Ha I Ra Ba Ya Ma.
So now to smooth that out,
Ba I Ra
start from the beginning.
Flock. Ha I Ra Ha I Ra Ha I Ha I Ra Ha I Ra Ba Ya Ma.
Anytime you see a ya and a ma together, and then this will come with experience. Yep, yum. So now that you know that part, try it again with that in mind.
Ha I Ra Ba Yum.
Good, close. Ha Arabian.
Ha Arabian.
Clap it up for the brother. We have Lashawan Kudas classes. That's the Hebrew language. The Holy Tongue classes every Friday across the board. While we're still getting set up in Milwaukee, some of the classes might be on hold for right now. While we're doing the whole switch, over to the new location. But pretty much across the board on social media platforms and pretty much every zone that we have, there's a Lashawan Kudas class that you can find and a large archive that you can dig through for certain topics. So just for time's sake, we'll take over verse 7. Walakakwa Man Haram Wa Nathanwa Shatya Hamaza Wazat Wa Hamashikwa Habathium Ashar Yaakal Athwa Baham verse 8 Wakalwa Habashar Walayala Hazat Tazalia Ash Wamatazawat Mararium Yaakalwa verse 9 All Taakalwa Maminawa Naa Wabashar Mabashar Bamiam Kaya Tazalia Ash Raashwa Karaaywa Waaya Korabwa verse 10 Wakal Thawatha Maminawa Bakwa Wahanatha Maminawa Bakwa Baas Tasarapwa verse 11 Wakika Taakalwa Athwa Mathanayakam it's like Chagarium Naalyakam Baragalyakam Wamakwalakam Bayadkam Wayakala Slakia Waakalatham Athwa Bacha Pazawan Patah Hawa it's like Hawa Layawa verse 12 Wayabarathia Barataza Matazari Balayala Hazah Wahakayathia Call Bakwa Barataza Matazarium Ma'adam Wa'ai Bahma Wabakal it's like Alahia Matazarium Hi it's like Aisha Shapatium Anya Yahweh. All right, that's those 7 first in Hebrew going into the English. It's like a 5. 12, verse 6 through 12.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel.
So now again, this was the order that Moses was given to instruct the people to start gathering their provisions for what would be known as the Passover, for their exodus from Egypt. Good.
Shall kill it in the evening. Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper doorpost of the house, wherein they shall eat it.
So now one issue that a lot of people have when they try to clown Israel for our God, omnipotent, all-knowing, all this and that. Well, why wouldn't the angels just know where the Israelites were? Why wouldn't you just give them like clear directions and GPS? All right, get this house, get this house, get this house, skip this one, hit this one. The orders that we get by following the orders show that we are in obedience to our power, that we are in conjunction with the culture, that we're following the orders that we're given. And that's what separates us apart from everybody else. So now imagine you got an Israelite who was told to prepare a certain way, and now he doesn't. How are you going to know that he's actually following suit to the orders if he's not doing what the orders are? And you're just going to assume that because he's an Israelite, he's automatically a shoo-in, which is not the case. Just because you're an Israelite inwardly or even outwardly, if you're, either or, and really, I guess I mean to say outwardly, because if you're an Israelite by blood, by appearance, by the things that you do in public, people might assume that you're an Israelite just because you're wearing the shield of David, for example, or a different family crest that we use, or you speak some Hebrew, or you've got the Most High's name tattooed, or a screen printed on your shirt, or you're wearing little tassels or something on your T-shirt, and people outwardly think that you're an Israelite by your presentation, but your actions prove contrary to that, and you're not actually moving in accordance with the culture and with the orders that you're given. So, with this order was very simple: take that blood, put it on your doorpost. That's also going to let the angels know to pass by. That's going to let the angels know that you are following the order, that you should be subject to the Exodus, that you should be passed over. Otherwise, if you was an Israelite and you didn't follow that order, you're going to get wiped out with the rest of Egypt. This was to show that separation between us and them. Keep going.
Verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
This is just so that we can up and go. We ain't got time to do all that meal prep. Keep going.
Verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the
Pertinence.
pertinence.
The pertinence thereof. You know what pertinence is? Let's look it up. Pertinence. It's going to be like the important stuff. That's not the definition of it. That's interesting. Make sure I'm spelling this right. It's like my fault. Yeah, the internal organs of an animal. So like you can eat the heart, the kidney, the liver. I think some of them just aren't digestible. I think some of them do get kind of skipped over just because the way that it's not able to get cooked down or something. But um, yeah, there's certain internal organs that are good for eating. For some people, that might be a little bit weird. You ain't got to, but you know, if you do enjoy it, then jump in. Hey, shout out to Priest and Officer 500, Kananya and his rib, Yaizer. Salam, sis. The water for joining. Yeah, so the head, the legs, and all the pertinence bits can be roasted with fire. Keep going.
Verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning. Yea, ye shall burn with fire.
All right, so you're gonna have this last good cooked meal, in a timely manner. You know, get it all eaten up before morning. By morning, if there's anything left, burn it. Keep going.
Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it.
Speak up.
And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So you're gonna eat this like you're ready to go at any second. Whenever this pops off, you got to be ready to get on the road and get moving. Keep going.
Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
So again, setting a very clear difference between the power of Israel and the powers of Egypt. There are no other gods like Zeus, Anubis, Osiris, Hercules. There are no other gods that exist. There's only the one God of Israel. These other gods that it's talking about, it's normally items. It's items and ideals that people put their power and strength and confidence in that make something a god. You could make a spoon your god. You could make the president of the United States. Some people, like, because of his power on earth, you could consider him a god. For some people, their god is money. For some people, their god is women. We saw where that got, people with that ideology. So the Most High is going to, how to say, I don't want to say necessarily in a sense mocking, but when he casts his judgment down to those gods, he's letting the people know, like this was all in vanity. This was nothing. They don't exist. But here I am. He's going to let them know that just like what's going to happen in America, all the ridicule and criticism that we receive, that the Most High gets from these people here, it's going to be, there's going to come a time where all that laughing dies down, and it's not going to be a joking matter anymore. He's going to let people know that he does exist. He is real, and he is here. So that was those 7 in the English going back into the Hebrew. So we're in Exodus chapter 12, verses 13 through 19. Wahaya, Kadam, Lakan, La'af, Ayah, Habathyam, it's like Habathyam, Ashar, Atham, Sham, Wara'ayathya, Af, Haram, Wapatachathya, Ayakam, it's like Ilakam, Wala'a, Yahya, Bakam, Naga, La Mashachia, Bahakathia, Baratazar, Matazar, verse 14. Wahaya, Hayawam, Hazah, Lakam, Wazar Karawan, Wachagatham, Athwa, Chagar, La Ya'aw, La Darathikam, Chakwa, Awlam, Thachagagua, it's like Thachagahua, Thachagua, Thachagua. That's an ugly one, Salaki. Thachagua. Last one, Quidhouse classes every Friday. Every Friday. Thachagua. Thachagua. Verse 15. Shabaitha. Yam Yam. Matazawat. Thakalwa. Aka. Baywam. Harashawan. The Shabiathwa. Ashar. Mabathikam. Kaya. Call. A call. Chamatazah. Wana Karathya. It's like it. Wana Karath. It's like it. Wana Karatha. Hanapash. Hahua. Mayasha'ala. Mayawam. Harai Shan. Ad Yawam. Hashaba. It's like it. Hashabaya. Verse 16. Wabayawam. Hara'ashawan. Makwara'a. Kwadash. Wabayawam. Hashabiyaya. Makwara'a. Kwadash. Yahaya. Lakan. Kal. Malaka. La'a. Yaisha. Baham. Aka. Ashar. Yaakov. Lakal. Lapash. Hawa. Lakadwa. Yaisha. Lagan. Verse 17. Washamaratham. Af. Hamatazwath. Kaya. Bayatazam. Hayawam. Hazah. Hawa Tazaathwa. It's like Hawa Tazaathya. Ah. Tazaba'awath. It's like it. Tazaba'awathyakum. Tazaba'awath. Yeah. Tazaba'awathyakum. Tazaba'awathyakum. Ma'aratazah, Matazarian, La Samarathon, Hayawam, Hazah, La Darathicum, Chakwath, Iwalom, verse 18. Barasham, Barabaiha, Aishar, Yawam, La Khadash, Bairab, Thakslaki, Thakaru, Matazah, Yawam, Wachad, Slaki, Hachad, Baishar, La Khadash, Bairab, verse 19. Shabaith, Yom, Sha'ar, La'ah, Yamat Slaki, Yamat Tazah, Babath Yakam, Kaya, Akal, Machamat Tazah, Wana Karatha, it's like Wana Karatha, Hanapash, Hahua, Maida, Yasha'ala, Bagar, it's like a Bagar, Waba Azarat, Haratazah. All right, let's throw 7 in the Hebrew back into the English. Exodus chapter 12, verses 13 through 19.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 13. And the Lord, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses.
It shall be for a token. Again, that's the people's pledge of allegiance, in a sense, to let the Most High know that, yeah, we want to get up out of Egypt too. Now we're going to see later on how the burden, some people felt weak. That's completely understandable. Things like that can happen. Okay.
And Shalaki, we want to get out of America too.
Right. But some people are going to miss Wi-Fi. They're going to miss the McDonald's and Starbucks. They're going to miss all the luxuries that come with this place.
Burn it to the ground.
You ain't gonna?
Burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Let it go. We'll be okay. We're going to be fine. You got enough people that if we really need it like that, we can rebuild it.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll get back to that.
Yep.
But I assure you, we don't need have the shit that we see out here in the city. We don't need all this. We don't need fast food. We don't need the corner stores. We don't need all these smartphones, the smart cars, all the Jordans. I mean, and that that's for this man too. All the shoes. We don't need all the shoes. You don't need all of them. You can take a couple pair with you. I don't need all of them. I've had one pair of boots for how long? Some people just they gotta look cool. I'm just messing with the brother, of course. But there's gonna come a time when we gotta go where we gotta go. That's right. Yeah, like they ain't gonna be no messing around with I gotta run across town to go get this or that. That's not happening. That's right. That's gone. Say goodbye to that. That's right. And let's just let's get ready to. Here's the other part too. It's something that a lot of people are struggling with on a smaller scale online. With some of the recent events that have gone on in Israel, you got to let the judgment take its course. That's right. America's not going to burn forever. All the people that love white people out there, they're not going to burn forever. They're not going to be in slavery forever. They're always going to be in subjection to the Most High. That's right. Every nation will be. Israel always will be as well. but they're not gonna. Just refreshing this. Oh, that code may have died out. There we go. 1 second. You gotta let the judgment take its course. Egypt needed to be destroyed. You cannot get in the way of the Lord's judgment, otherwise you will be destroyed with it. Revelation 18:4 says, "Come out of her, my people." I'm paraphrasing, so that you do not partake in her sins and the plagues. If you want to be destroyed with America, then yeah, vote Trump.
That's right.
Well, make it loud and clear that you don't give a damn about the Israelite culture, that you don't identify as such, and that you're an American, you're a Republican, that you want to help make America great again. Let that be known, so that there's no confusion, because that was the token of this blood, so that there was no confusion where your allegiance stood. It's like, Rapai, you had something?
You answered it, so.
There we go. All right, keep reading.
Where ye are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
Verse 14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an
Ordinance
forever.
So now this was going to be our, Declaration of Independence, our Independence Day against our oppressor. In this case, it was Egyptians. And whatever nations or taskmasters or other slaves and subjects that they had under their command at the time, our affliction wasn't by their own choice. This was the Egyptians. This was Hamites that were calling the shots. So the other people were just kind of following their orders. Now, you can't blame them too much for having to follow the orders of the people that are over them. But, there's a right and a wrong way to follow your orders. That can be understandable. But now, if you're going to throw your hat in with them, again, you're going to get punished with them. So now, every year, America will celebrate its independence from Britain. It's going to be that's white people, that's white on white crime, that's white people getting free from other white people that were oppressing other white people. And nobody has an issue with that every year. Now, you don't see Japanese celebrating America's 4th of July. They've got their own holidays and memorials that are exclusive to their culture and tradition. This is Israel's.
Yeah.
These law, statutes, commandments, these high holy days, this defines our culture and our traditions. Now the Most High is saying you're going to do this forever.
Yeah.
So that's why we're getting prepared for April 12th in Atlanta. That's why if you are, even though we are under grace, right? Which is, and this is something else that a lot of people don't get. We're in a time of grace where we should be showing mercy to each other, absolutely.
That's right.
And a little bit of compassion, some understanding.
That's right.
That doesn't mean that if you do some sick shit that you're coming to the Passover. It doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that you can't get kicked out of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
That just means the nation of Israel ain't going to put you to death for the crimes that you committed against God in accordance with the law.
That's right.
Because what Yahweh Shai say, that in a paraphrasing, he who was without sin cast the first stone.
That's right.
He didn't say don't cast a stone. He didn't say that you couldn't, but he was looking for a candidate that was righteous enough to be able to carry out that judgment.
That's right.
Now he could have done it himself too, and he chose not to. He chose to give them mercy, or that woman in particular. He chose to give her mercy. And just like the prayer goes, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
That's right.
So there is that again, that consideration amongst each other that should be exercised and practiced in this time. That doesn't mean that that person does not get judged or punished for what they have done, for their offenses. So now, as we are still preparing for the Passover, every year, and in between times, we're teaching brothers and sisters to keep the law. That's the expectant of them, because we want them to be great in the kingdom. So we're going to teach them the law. We're going to keep the law. And we're not talking about the law of, retribution or carrying out the physical penalty of stoning an adulterer, putting to death a homosexual. But nobody really seems to have a qualm. Like if we were to charge a thief, if you were to hold the thief accountable, make them pay you back what they stole, and get them in trouble with the authorities, nobody would really have a problem with that. It's just those more severe punishments that people want us to ease up on. And we are. Nobody's stoning anybody right now.
That's right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't call them out. That doesn't mean that they should not be shamed and bear the burden of their iniquities.
That's right.
That's the choice that some of these people willingly made.
That's right.
And that does not mean that they got to come to the Passover. A lot of these people are going to hold their own picnics. And, Lord be with you. But we're supposed to gather together as a nation. That also puts that burden of responsibility on each individual to make sure that you are clean for the Passover. You can't come to the Passover unclean. You're going to have to save some of the due benevolence for another time, especially if you're a priest. You got a certain duty that you have to perform. You got to be clean for that. Let's keep going. So we are in verse 15. Keep going.
Verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses.
And again, these are some of the statutes that go along with preparation for the Passover and in observance during the Passover. So this whole time that we're going to be in Atlanta, before then, we're going to clean our houses out of anything that has leavening in it, so that when we come back, because that has to go on for a certain amount of days, what did it just say, 7 days here, that's falling with the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So for that time, that span of time, most of us aren't going to be in Atlanta for the entire dispensation of time here to observe the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So when we get done with the Passover, we come back home to finish out the Feast of Unleavened Bread in our own zones. We got to make sure that our house is clean too. So that means no leavening agents. So that, and they sneak stuff like everywhere. It could be in your toothpaste, it could be in your deodorant, but there are also going to be certain things that are exempt from it that might have leavening in it, because it's not something that you're going to put in food. You're not going to break up your speed stick and put it in the flour to make a loaf of bread. You're just not going to do that. That doesn't make any sense. That's probably not even the right type of leavening agent that's food grade, consumable. But if you have chips, cereal, a cake mixture or something like that, if you do have leavening in your house, get it up out of the living quarters, throw it in your garage or something like that. Maybe it's about to expire, and well, I don't think most of that stuff really has an expiration date like that. But you got to get it out of the living quarters, so that when you come back, that your house is free and clear of it. And again, this is all part of this token that we are expressing to the Most High, that we are in observance of our memorial. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Slide. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
So you can get cut off. Yahushua kept the Passover. If you think that you're going to make a mockery or shame our customs just because we're in a time of grace, I wouldn't play that kind of gamble. I wouldn't risk it.
That's right.
Behave yourself. Be mindful of your actions. Keep going.
Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation.
That means a solemn gathering of the people. This is a formal gathering of Israel. Keep going.
And in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you.
So it's an opening and a closing. Keep going.
No manner of work shall be done in them.
Now this is that slavery. Now, unfortunately, this is something too that we don't have necessarily the luxury of. Bills still got to get paid. Now, if you save up enough ahead of time to cover yourself during that whole time span, so that you can take off and not be affected by it financially, no sweat. Take yourself a good week vacation. Nothing wrong with that at all. But not everybody has that capability. So you might have the slaves still during this whole time. But the bigger point of it is, if you are a business owner that has employees under your belt, not to charge them with that tax, not to put them to work. Give them that, especially if they're Israelites, give them that time off. Now, even I believe for the heathens, if we were in our kingdom, for example, they wouldn't. Everybody works during the Passover. Food prep, cleanup, security, things like that, teaching even. Everybody works. But if your job is a mechanic, you're not, especially if you're an Israelite, the owner of that body shop, and you're not supposed to send your employees to work. To go work on cars while we're supposed to be in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, keep going.
Save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
There you go. So that kind of outlines exactly what I said. There are certain things that need to get done. You're going to have to prepare your food. You might have to start that fire. You might have to, pluck a chicken, crack some eggs. So it's more so the servile work that you are going to be exempt from, that you're expected not to partake in, but things that we have to do for the observance of this memorial. That kind of goes with it. Keep going.
Verse 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in the selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generation by an ordinance forever.
That's by a law. That's by a command. Keep going.
Verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the first month, at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 20th day of the month at even.
So from that sundown to that sundown, keep going.
Verse 19. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel.
And we're talking in a time of Exodus where everybody is, they put the blood on the door to show their token, their allegiance to the Most High, and following His orders, just to have some leavening in their house during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, just to get kicked out of the nation of Israel. So don't think that can't happen today, in this time too. Keep going.
Whether he be a stranger or born in the land.
There you go. So if you're a foreigner, a sojourner, if you're still an Israelite, but you're not from the local area, and you're gathering together with Israel, or if you are somebody that is born among the people. Again, there's no respect of persons here. So that's the end of those 7 in English. Going back into the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 12, verse 20. Call, Machamatazah, La'ah, Ta'akal, Bakal, Mawashabathikum, Ta'akal, Matazawah, verse 21. Wayakwa Ra'ah, Mashah, Lakal, Zaquanya, Yasha'ala, Wayamar, Alham, Mashakwa, Makwakwa, Lakam, Tazaan. La Masha Pakathikum, Washakatwa, Apasak, verse 22. Walaquachatham, Agara, Azwa, Watabalatham, Baram, Ashar, Basak, Wahagaitham, All, Hamashaqua, Waal, Shathia, Hamazawazat, Man, Hadam, Ashar, Basak, Watham, La'ah, Fatazawa, Ayash, Mapathak, Bayathwa, Ai, Bakwa, verse 23. Waibar, Yahweh, Lanagat, Ah, Latazari, Bara'ah, Ah, Hadam, Ai, Amashakwa, Ba'ai, Shathiyah, Hamazawazat, Wapasak, Yahweh, Ai, Apathak, Wakal, it's like it, Wala'ah, Yathan, Hamashakayat, Laba'ah, All, Bathikam, La Nagat, verse 24. Washamaratham, Ah, Hadabal, Hazar, Lakah, 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 Walabanyaka, Ai, Awalam, verse 25. Wayahaya, Kaya, Taba'aw, All, Arataza, Asar, Yathan, Yahaw, Lakam, Kasar, the Bar, Washamuratham, Ah, Haibada, Hazat, verse 26. Wahaya, Kaya, Yamarwa, Arikam, Banyakam, Maha, Haibada, Hazat, Lakam. That's those 7 in the Hebrew. Back into the English. We are in Exodus chapter 12, verse 20. Exodus chapter 12, verse 20 through 26. Exodus chapter 12, verse 20 through 26.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 20. Ye shall eat nothing leavened in all your habitations. Shall ye eat unleavened bread. Verse 21. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. Verse 22. And ye shall
And like you could almost compare that to like how do I say without being like I'm a killer. Like you got a new outfit, or you got a new car, or you got a task. Like if my task was to build camp equipment, I'm gonna kill the camp equipment. And when I say it like that, y'all understand what I'm saying. Yo, listen, we go April 12th, we gonna kill the Passover.
That's right.
Yeah, but listen, we gonna kill the black party. That's right. I'm gonna kill the flight. I'm gonna kill that flight all the way to the Passover. You know what I'm saying? They gonna kill that drive. I'm gonna kill the bottle. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? We're gonna kill the Passover.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 22. And ye shall take a bunch of
hyssop. That's it's a plant.
Hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in basin.
So again, this is going to be the token, the representation of us observing the Passover. Sit up, and we're still gonna take that hyssop, which is it's a plant. It's gonna have like these long. I said, it's been a while since I've seen a hyssop. I know Captain McCod had something like that. But he's gonna use that from this pool of blood. He's gonna use that to mark the doorpost. Keep going.
And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Verse 23.
And this is why. Go ahead.
For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
That's right.
And again, this is the angels are actually doing the work, but it's in the spirit of the Most High that they're getting this work order from.
That's right.
So when the Most High says, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, you got to look at the context, and because the Most High is not going to come down here to do the Passover himself, because he just sent, and it will not suffer the destroyer to come unto you, your houses to smite you. That lets you know that he's sending a worker out there. He sent his hit squad. Keep going.
Verse 24. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy son forever. Verse 25. And it shall come to pass when ye become to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service.
So even afterwards, even after we're free and clear, this is still something that we're going to perform afterwards in remembrance of this memorial. Keep going.
Verse 26. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service?
All right, that's the end of those in English. Let's get back into the Hebrew. Exodus chapter 12, verse 26. It's like verse 27. It's like Wa'amaratham, Zabak, Pasak, Hawa'a, Layahaw, Ashar, Pasak. Pasak, I believe that is Passover. Pasak. Ay, Bathia, Banya Yasha'ala, Bamatazari, Banagapwa, Matazari, Wa'af, Bathianwa, Hatazayah, Wayaquat, Ha'ain, Wayashathakwa, verse 28, Wayalakwa, Wayaishwa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Kashar, Tazwa, Yahweh, Mashah, Wa'aran, Khan, Aishwa, verse 29, Wayahaya, Bachatazia, Halayala, Wayahaw, Haka, Ka, Bakwar, Barataza, Matazar, Mabakar, Parai, Hayasha, I, Kasawa, I, Bakwar, Hashabia, Ashar, Babaya, Habawar, Wakar, Bakwar, Bahma, verse 30, Wayaquam, Parai, La Yala, Hawa, Wakal, Abadua, Wakal, Maltazari, Watahaya, Tazaikwa, Gadola, Bamatazari, Kaya, Ayan, Baya, Isar, Ayan, Sham, Ma. Verse 31, Wayakwa Ra'a, La Masha, Wala Aran, La Yala, Waya Amar, Kwawamua, Tazawa, Mathawaka, Amya, Gam Atham, Gam Banya, Yasha'ala, Walakwa, Abadwa, Yahweh, Kababaraka. Verse 32. Gam Tazaanakam, Gam Bakwarakam, Kwahua, Kashar, Dabaratham, Walakwa, Wabarakatham, Gam Athia, verse 33. Wathachazak, Matazari, Ay, Ha'ain, La Mahar, La Shalacham, Man Harataza, Kaya, Amarwa, Kalanwa, Mathayam. Back into the English. Exodus chapter 12, verses 27 through 33.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 27. that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshiped.
And that's why we do it. Keep going.
Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron. So did they. Verse 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle.
Now, why all these babies? Why the cattle? Why'd you do it to the cattle? Why'd you do it to the captives that were in the dungeon? Bob?
Shalaki, because they wouldn't let us go. So he killed everybody.
Everything. To show his might.
That's right.
And his wrath. That anything and everything under your control can get turned to dust real quick.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 30. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Keep going.
Verse 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord, as ye have said.
So now it's get the hell out of here. First it was, no, you can't go. No, you can't go. Well, actually, he did say go a couple of times, and he kept on reneging about it. And then he put them back to work. He said, no, y'all niggas can't go. Now it's, dude, get up out of here. Keep going.
Verse 32. Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also.
And he wants a reward for doing this. Now he wants a pat on the back. After all the chances, and after all the trials and tribulations that Moses had to go through for this, to exercise the authority and power of the Most High. Now it's, all right, get up and leave. Go. Like now we need you gone. And please show me some kind of mercy. Give me a blessing on your way out. Because I'm doing this for you. Keep going.
Verse 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, and they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men.
And going back into the Hebrew, Exodus chapter 12, verse 34. Wayasha, Ha'ain, Ah, Batazaqua, Batazaqua, Taram, Yachamatazah, Masha'aratham, Tazarath, Bashamalatham, I, Shakamam, verse 35. Wabanya, Yasha'ala, Aishawa, Karabah, Sakya, Karabah, Mashah, Wayasha'alma, Mamatazari, Kalia, Kasa, Wakalwa, Zahar, Washamalat, verse 36. Waya'aw, Nathan, Ah, Khan, Ha'ain, Bayanya, Matazari. Waya Shalom, Waya Natazalwa, Ah, Matazari, verse 37. Waya Sa'aiwa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Mara and Masa, Sakatha, Kashash, Mawa, Allah, Regalia, Hagabari, Labai, Matah, verse 38. Wagan, Arab, Ra, Ayla, Atham, Watazaan, Wabukwa, Makuna, Kabad, Ma'at, verse 39. Waya'apwa, Ah, Habad Tazakwa, Ashar, Hawad Tazayawa, Mamatazari, Agat, Magwa, Kaya, La'a, Kamataza, Kaya, Garashwa, Mamatazari, Wala'a, Yakalwa, Lahatha Mahama, Wagan, Tazara, La'a, Aishwa, Lahan. Verse 40. Wama Washa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ashar, Yashabwa, Bamatazarium, Shalashim, Shana, Wa'arabai, Ma'awath, Shana. That's the end of low 7, back into English. Genesis chapter 12, verse 34 through 40.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened. Their
Kneading
kneading
troughs.
being bowed up in their clothes upon their shoulders. Verse 35. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels and silver, and jewels of gold, and raiments. Verse 36. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians.
We took everything that they had, everything that they were willing to give up. And I mean, in this case, they were kind of subsequently forced to be willing to give it up to get us up out of the fast. Anything that we needed, all the resources, all the provisions that we needed to get up and go. Even trinkets like gold and silver and things like that we don't need to survive on the streets like that. But take this anyway. Keep going.
Verse 37. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot. that were men beside children.
That were men beside children. So now this can be one area where people want to talk about this mixed race multitude. It don't say anything in here about a mixed race multitude. It does say mixed multitude, I believe it's going to say in a second here. But that doesn't mean mixed race. But for some whatever reason, everybody assumes that that's the context. Keep going.
On foot that were men beside children. Verse 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle.
That's that mixed multitude that people are talking about. That's just the women, the children, the old men, the maybe the injured, the disabled, but not the fighting, not the army, not the soldiers. Keep going.
Verse 39. And they baked unleavened bread, unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dealt in Egypt was 430 years.
About a 430-year captivity in Egypt. That's about how long we were in that land. 430 years. So when they talk about, you'll see kind of a dual prophecy thing going on when they talk about the 400 years in bondage. Again, you just got to look at the context, because I believe one of them is talking about Egypt, but then the other is talking about the prophecy of a future occupation. So going back into the Hebrew, we are in Exodus chapter 12, verse 41. ويا وقواتزا سلاشم سنا وعرباي معوات سنا ويا بايتزان هايوام هزا يتازعوا كال تازباوات Yahweh, Marataza, Matazari, verse 42. Leal, Samaria, Hawa, La Yahweh. La Hawa Taziyam, Marataza, Matazari, Hawa, Allah Yala, Haza, La Yahweh. Samaria, Lakal, Banya Yashala, La Daratham, verse 43. Wa Yamar, Yahweh, Al Mashah, Wa Ram, Za'ath, Chakwath, Hapasak, Kal, Ban, Nakar, La'a, Yaakal, Bawa, verse 44. Wakal, Ibad, Ayash, Makunath, Kasat, Wamalatha, Athwa, Azah, Yaakal, Bawa, verse 45. Thawashab, Washakaya, La'a, Yaakal, Bawa, verse 46. Babayath, Achad, Yaakal, La'a, the Wa Taziyah, Man, Habayath, Man, Habashah, Chawat Slaki, Chawat Tazah, Wa'itazam, La'a, Tashabarwa, Bawa, verse 47. Call, Aida, Yasha'ala, Yaishua, Athwa. All right, back into the English. Exodus chapter 12, verse 41 through 47. You got it.
Exodus chapter 41. Wait, it's like Exodus chapter 12, verse 41. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self same day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. Verse 42. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. This is that night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
So again, we're commanded to keep this going, to keep this in memorial, pass this down to our children. Keep going.
Verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
So again, Israel is very exclusive. You can't just walk in off the street, any old nation, and expect to partake. But now, if you were a servant in our house, you will observe the Passover with us. Not in the same capacity, because the Most High did not send his destroying angels to save you, but to save that house in which you are subject to. So even in this captivity, we had servants under us as well. So coming out of captivity, kind of left on our own, so to speak, we're still to like we're done with the captivity, but we're still to remember this memorial, this day, as a nation, again, as our independence, as our day of freedom and reckoning from Egypt. Keep going.
Verse 44. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. Verse 45. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof.
So now we're seeing a difference in between the servant, hired servant, a foreigner, a stranger. Keep going.
Verse 46. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth thought of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. Verse 47. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it.
So now again, this is something that we keep amongst ourselves in Israel. It's supposed to be done in one house. So which is why we're gathering together in April 12th for Atlanta, Georgia, so that we can keep this together as a nation.
That's right.
So now in doing so, all that food gets consumed then and there. They say something like you're not going to be walking around with a bunch of to-go boxes and things like that. It's and it's not to be, I'm not going to bring a plate back for my mom or for my buddies. This is something that stays in house. All right, so we're about to read the last set of verses. No, you're good. Like yeah, solid. So Exodus chapter 12, verse 48. Wakaya, Yagawar, Athak, God, Waisha, Pasak, Layahu, Hamwal, Lawa, Call, Zakar, Waza, Yakora, Laishatwa, Wahaya, Kazrath, Harataza, Wakal, Ira, Irala, La, Yaakal, Bawa. Verse 49. Thawara, Achath, Yahaya, Lazarak, Walagar, Hagar, Bathawa Kakam. Verse 50. Waya Aish, select. Waya Aishwa, Ka, Banya Yashala, Ka Shah, Tazawa, Yahweh, Ath, Mashah, Wa'ath Aran, Khan, Aishwa. Verse 51. Waya Haya, Ba'itazam, Haywam, Hazah, Hawa Taziyah, Yahweh, Athbanya Yashala, Ma'ratazah, Matazarium, Io, Tazabah Thumb. Exodus chapter 13, verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al Mashah, La'amar. Verse 2. Quadash, Layah, Call, Bakawar, Patar, Call, Raham. It's like your Raham. Babanya, Yashala, Ba'adam. Wa Baba Hama, Layah, Hawa. Verse 3. Wayamar, Mashah, Al Ha'ain, Zakawar, Ath Hayawam, Hazah, Ashar, Yatazatham, Mamatazarium, Mabayath, Ibadium, Kaya, Bachazak, Aid. It's like a Yad. Hawa Taziyah, Yahweh, Athkam, Mazah, Wala'ah, Yaakal, Hamatazak. That's those last 7 in Hebrew, last 7 in English. Exodus chapter 12, verse 48 through chapter 13 and 3.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 48. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it, and he shall be as one that is born in the land. No uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Verse 50. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. Verse 51. And it came to pass the self same day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. Verse 13. And the Lord spake
Verse 13.
Chapter 13.
It's like before we go there. So again, we're seeing a division between strangers, sojourners, natives of Israel that were born in the land amongst the population. We're also seeing how we're to carry ourselves after coming out of Egypt. So those 430 years that we spent there after our Exodus, what we're supposed to do in order to keep the memorial there from that time forward. So how we observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread, clearing out our house of any leavening agents that are meant for food. If you got a leavening agent that does not belong in food, that would not get that wouldn't be for human consumption, that's a different story. To the cat Abdul Asman, Shalom is not Hebrew. That's the wrong context to use that word. If you're an Israelite, that's the wrong context to use that word. I think we spoke before, and I believe you said that you were an Israelite. If you're still on the line with us, what tribe are you from? If you don't mind me asking, just so that we can be clear on who's in the audience. But you're going to see a difference in the law, in the way that natives born amongst us are supposed to carry themselves, how we're supposed to entreat strangers, sojourners, or even servants that are in our possession or in our houses. You're going to see that there's, like, we're going to have servants of other nations at the Passover performing duties and jobs. That doesn't mean that they are part of the covenant, that they are going to receive the same kind of consideration or authority on earth that the Most High had promised to Israel, through the covenant, through the adoption, even after the nation had been split. So there is a consideration. There's a time and place for everything. There's a consideration, a way for these people to fit in. It's just not going to be the way that Christians and a lot of Christians, Muslims, a lot of other, I guess, sects and denominations of those religions would try to consider, because everybody assumes that there's going to be like world equality. We can achieve world peace through the wars that are to come, because the authority that's in place right now is not going to do it. They have the resources available to get this done. They're just not doing their job. So now in this war to come, the authority that's going to take place after that will have the ability, not just because of the resources, but will have the moral aptitude to go seek these things out and put an end to all these little squabbles, all these little fights, all these little, any issue that people have against the Most High. We'll be able to deal with that then and there too. And it doesn't always have to culminate into getting stoned to death or getting killed. It's going to be a mass humbling of people. But there needs to be a difference in between Israelites and non-Israelites and how everything is observed within the Israelite culture. They're not the ones that are going to be making sacrifices to the Most High. They're not the ones that are expected to pass down the teachings of like the Passover, Purim we got coming up next week, to their kids. That's something for us to observe and to do. And these heathens are going to be put in place of servitude. So they could prepare the meal, for example. Help clean up. keep the noise down. They'll have their spot and their time and place for everything before they can put in their own land. But then even then, afterwards, they're not going to have the freedom or ability to still to resurrect Christmas and Easter. All that's going to get laid to waste, just like those other gods in Egypt that were mentioned that are going to get judged. Easter is going to get judged. Valentine's Day is going to be judged. St. Patty's Day that's coming up, that's going to be judged. And we can see it happening today where when people celebrate this stuff, you're going to have a lot of overdoses. You're going to have a lot of violence. And you're going to have a whole lot of Israelites that are going to throw on a lot of green and get really drunk and get really high. And there's going to be mistakes made. There's going to be offenses made. And especially with this new mega push with Trump, I think these Irish folk are going to start taking their tradition a little bit more serious and not so willing to let everybody partake in it. So we'll see how that all plays out in a couple weeks. Well, over the next couple weeks. I think that falls on the 17th, St. Patty's Day. So we'll see how people respond to it and how peace and loving they are on that day. All right, now you're in chapter 13. Last couple verses, and then we'll close out with the prayers.
Exodus chapter 13, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, sanctify unto me all the firstborn, whatsoever openeth the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and of beast. It is mine. Verse 3, and Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage. For by strength of hand the Lord brought you out of this place.
Watch out from.
Brought you out from this place. It's like it.
Does it say of or does it say from?
From. Right. Out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten.
All right, so that closes those last verses in English. Maggie, you want to stand? On Yakudam, turn to face the east. There's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verse 11 to 13. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barakazah, Kawak, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawath Nawa, Walaa, Tabiah Nawa, Banasawan, Abal, Hawshah Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayak, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'al, Wahatapara, La'awalamim, La'awalamim. Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth and the power and the forever. Call Masalat, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazari, Hakat, Lahakri,
Hamathim, Hatta, Al-Rakawat, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Hashim Yahushua, Tawad Aman. In English, Yahweh, the name Yahushua. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. For the blessed Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magad, Hagan, the house of Sawat, all of Israel, Bashim Yahushua, Dual Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us in Yasha'ala, and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect the house of Sawat and all of Israel. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahari, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Azari, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Waratazah, Al Yathan, Namuwak, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamah, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yabnika, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Bakal Ryan, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabawaka, Baitha, Wa'ad, Aulam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'ala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon that right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Allahayim, Al Damiyah Lakah, Al Fakarach, Wa Al Tashquat, Al Kayahanah, Al Yabika, Hama Yawan, Wa Mashanayaka, Sha'a Wa Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya Irayamwa, Sawad, Wa Ya, Thaya Aitazawa, Thaya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawayika, Amara, Lakawat, Wanaka Kedam, Magawi, Wala'a, Yasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwala, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, La, Yakharwa, Alika, Baryat, Yakaratha, Ahaudia, Arawam, Waya Shamai Alayam, Bawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Malashak, Amishadi, Tazawar, Gamashavor, Nalawat, Imam, Hayawat, Zarwai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadian, Kasiyah Sara'at, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadu, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Haydawat, Daman, La Dama, Shayathamwa, Nadaya Mawab, Ka'arab, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabat. Wakatazal Manai. Kal Nasaya Kambo. Asar. Amarbo. Naya Rashad. Nanawat. Af. Nawat. Alahayim. Alahayat. Shayathambo. Kagaldala. Kakwach. Lapanya Rawaka. Lapanya Rawaka. Ka'ach. Sabaira Yaira. Wakalahaba. Salaha. Haryam. Khan Saradaka. Basa Irika. Wabasa Wapaka. Sabalaham. Mala'a. Panyaham. Kualawan. Wayabakwaswa. Shankara. Yahawi. Yabashwa. Wayabahalwa. Adiaya. Wayatapara. Wayapapadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kayatha. Shamka. Yahawi. Labaka. Ayawan. Aya. Ka. Aratazar. In English, keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Or not thy peace.
Or not thy peace.
Be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They've taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
consulted against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more remembrance.
The name of Yasha'Allah shall be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also was joined with them.
So also was joined with
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of
Selah.
Selah.
Doing to them as unto the Midianites,
So unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
Sisera,
as to Jabin,
Japan,
at the brook of Kison,
Kisan,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make the nobles like Oreb,
Make the nobles like a ram,
like Zeb,
like Zeb.
yea,
Yea,
all the princes as Zabak,
all the princes as a
and as Zalmun,
and as Amun,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like the wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as they settle before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill the faces with shame,
For the face with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
to be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame and perish,
and put to shame and perish.
that men may know that thou,
And we may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is
art
Yahweh,
the Most High
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Pray for the power, structure, and evil, Barakatah Yahweh, Yahweh Shai,
Rectify Yahweh, Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka'al,
One may after hour.
Wa Alahayim,
One high.
Matazab Ya'a, Alawak Yahana, Matazab Ya'a, Alawak Yahana,
Matazabia, Alawak Yahan,
Ha'alawak Yahana,
Alawak
Asaranyam,
Yahan,
Akwatazayanyam, Akwatazayanyam,
Aquatizayan,
Hachayayalim,
Kalayan,
Wahakwatiam, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ta'ala in English, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you,
and
Yahweh,
Yahushua,
and Yahweh,
and Michael,
and Mike,
and the angels,
and the angels,
commanding General Yahan,
and
the
the
generals,
the generals,
the captains,
captains,
the officers, the troopers,
troopers,
and the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahweh.
thank you so big.
Thank you, so be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed be the
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahweh.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now.
right now,
Right now.
to evils and curses,
To evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction,
punishment and
to
destruction,
the heathen
to the heathen,
that speak against us,
speak against us,
thy prophets,
our prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
and the school,
and the schools,
to the evils and curses,
to the evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction,
punishment and
to
destruction,
the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
shake
the
loose,
treasure of the rich of Israel,
the treasure which is
that refuse to give to the school,
that refuse to give to the school,
force their riches,
force their riches,
to enter to thy sanctuary,
to
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
The nation.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
High school Matazzi.
High school
The
Matazzi.
gay movement.
Gay movement.
Lesbian
Lesbian
movement.
movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers in witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
National space programs.
Space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channels.
Cable access
And the
channels.
radio channels.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
any of thy people
that seek to stop us
seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift
to all
destruction
the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way
or try to stop
or
us
trying to stop
from
us
broadcasting your words
broadcasting your
throughout the
words
planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues,
loose all the plagues.
cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro.
through the earth and consume them.
The earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief
The plague take the house of the
and the murderer,
and the murderer.
the Yahushua,
And
Michael and Gabriel,
Michael Gabriel.
come down with the flying saucers,
Down with the flying saucers.
punish all the heathens
Punish all the
that
heathens
come up against
that
us
come against
as
us
we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause them to be known by all
Cause to be known by all.
that it's the angels that have done it.
It is the angel that done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media
Cause to be spread
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake it that coming. In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahweh.
thank you always.
Thank you all.
So be it.
So be it.
Start to the front. Gonna salute the Torah, turn to him.
Yahweh should be our sharp rock. Yeah.
Turn to me. Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak, yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak Yah.
All right, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahshabrak to the brothers. Yahweh Shem Alatam Shem Yahshab to the sisters. We'll see y'all April 12th in Atlanta. Shalom.
That's right.